Welcome back to Women Carry Knives. On the table in front of us, we are taking a look at the Rough Ryder Sous Chef. Now, this is courtesy of, you like this one? This is my son. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a lockback, which we haven't had many of those. This is on loan from our good friend, Big Red EDC. And we are actually finally getting to... Well, see, now I can't do it. My son just thumb-flicked that on the camera. That was pretty damn good.
It looks like the Santoku knives.
It does, huh? Isn't that cool, though? I'm going to get one of these. Now, you guys, these are only $16.99. That's freaking awesome. That is such a great price. Maybe I'll buy you one, and we can have a cooking night in the kitchen.
Sure.
And he can make some food, chop some stuff up. This is just a great little knife. I didn't have my hands on it yet. I was super excited about it. I was going to get myself one, and then they sold out. So I was not actually able to grab one. I don't know whether or not they're coming back in stock, but as I said, JB was gracious enough to let me borrow it so I could review it. And you know, this would be just a fantastic, fantastic camping knife. There's nothing better than cooking outdoors. And when you're camping, you know, on an open fire or on a camping stove, whatever it may be, this would be awesome. I would love this. I would actually even use this when fishing. So I think it would be great for that. Vegetables, anything. I mean, just a great little pocket sous chef knife. This is just awesome. So it is a 440 blade steel. So it's going to be pretty good for you. You know, I know there's a lot of steel snobs out there, and you know what? I tend to be one of them sometimes, but this is a great knife, and a 440 is going to do exactly what you need it to do. It's not going to give you any problems. It's going to retain its edge. Yeah, I'm going to find myself one of these. I really am. Now, I thought it was interesting because I thought it was a very smooth micarta, but this is actually G10. So if you can see how they did like the grain in there, it looks more like it's micarta until you really look at it than it does G10. I love the fact that when you're looking at it and it's closed, it is a lockback, but when it's closed, I mean, it really looks... You know, it's like looks like a little folding knife, and I just think that's awesome. A little traditional. I cannot get my finger in there to flick it because it is too big for me. But this is one that you're not gonna, if you're gonna take it camping, you're really not going to worry about it. You're not gonna worry about using it. You know, and again, at the price point of $16.99, $17. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That is just awesome. So right now I'm actually on the notify me. I want to know when these are back in stock because I'm hoping that they have more, and I would absolutely love to get me one of these. But we'll see what happens. So if we do the specs on these, we are looking at just a hair over 4 inches, almost 4¼ inches on your blade. Your handle is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5¼ inches. So you're talking, you know, just over 9½ inches all told. And that's great because you don't want a small sous chef knife. Now, I know there's people out there that, why would you buy a folding sous chef knife? Again, like I said, you're going camping, you need to cut some stuff up, whatever. This is the perfect knife for it. I would even use this in the kitchen at home. Now, again, it's not mine, so I'm not going to try it out. But if I do get my hands on one, I definitely will. I think it would be just a great little knife. Now, for most people, you know, they hold their knives like this when cutting. But if you're going to use a sous chef knife, I tend to hold it more fingertips and then on the front. So your grip is going to be a little bit different, right? And then you're chopping with it. The curvature of the handle may get in the way a little bit, so you're not going to be able to. Let's see if I have something smooth here or flush that I can put it on. So as you are chopping, unless you are off the edge, and let's see if we can show you, unless you're off the edge a little bit, you're not going to be able to completely get the blade flat because, like I said, I tend to hold mine, you know, like that, which means that the back bolster of the blade is going to be in the way a little bit. It's not going to be quite as comfortable. But if you're on a cutting board and you're not way up on your cutting board, this would be super, super awesome. I love the fact that it's a lockback, because to me, it feels like it's going to be a lot more sturdy, not like it's going to come back down on you and your fingers. There's a tiny bit of blade play in this, tiny bit, not, you know, not too much, but you can definitely feel it a little bit. Again, you know, you're talking $17. So, God, go for it. I mean, absolutely worth it. You know, if you do have it in your camping gear, you can actually stick a lanyard on it. Sometimes when I'm out camping, I just stick a nail in a table or whatever, and I just hang my utensils right there. Unless I'm camping where there's bears, then I absolutely do not do that. My stuff goes up in a tree or someplace safe, but not in my tent, not in my car, and usually not near me, because I have actually come back to a bear in my tent, and that was not cool. Again, thank you, JB, for letting me check this out. I think this is just a super, super fun knife. If you have bigger hands, like you saw my son, he was able to thumb flick this one out, which I cannot do. It's a little bit sharp for me, and unfortunately, being a girl and having nail polish on, it does catch on my fingers, so I don't feel like cutting myself tonight. But the beauty of the traditionals are they're right hand, left hand. So either way, well, unless there's a nail nick, I have to say, sometimes you have a nail nick and it's only on the right hand side. But majority of them do have it on both sides. So, you know, it's going to be considered an ambidextrous knife, which is obviously a huge plus. So I'm hoping that I get the chance to take this one out and do some camping with it. I didn't mention that the weight is just over 5.5 ounces. It's actually considered 5.6 ounces. So, you know, when I'm using a knife, I don't want it to be too light, but I also don't want it to be too heavy. And I would have to say a chef's knife. I don't want it being too light. I don't want it to be too heavy. I want it to do what it's going to do, but I want to make sure that usually the weight of my knife is towards the back more, not the front on the blade. Because as you're cutting and you're getting in there, you know, you want to make sure that you are not too heavy on the front to where you are going to cut your fingers. So, again, you guys, this is the Rough Ryder Sous Chef. Absolutely beautiful knife. I love it. This is great for camping. Have it in the car, taking it on a picnic, using it in the kitchen. I might even take it to a restaurant with me and just see how it works there. And, yeah, just give it a go. You can't beat the price. Like I said, right now they're currently out of stock, but absolutely hit that notify me, stick your email in there, hit that notify me button, because I really think this is one that people should have for the price. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Again, thank you to Big Red EDC for allowing me the opportunity to review this one and for graciously loaning it to me. On your way out, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you here all the time, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As always, feel free to leave me a comment. You know I love talking to you guys. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time.